is a good story.
This is the funny though.
There was a character actor, and he came out of Yiddish theater, and his name was Lou Jacoby. And he played like deli owners. He was in everything you wanted to know about sex by Woody Allen. I'm going back a ways. But he had this way, like, when he was the deli owner, he said, I want you to eat this cheese because I care about what you eat. And you, and you, and you. And then there was this marble-mouthed vaudevillian named George Jessel. And he had all kinds of things going on. And he would do an act on stage, you know, he'd have his telephone and he'd be pantomiming calling his mother from show business. You know, he'd say, Hello, Mama, it's your son George. From the money each week? And so he combined the both of them and it turned into, Young lady, bring me a sandwich from the dumpster. And leave the nuggets on it. I guess the other one I should mention is Zap Brannigan.
They love Zap, man. They love them some Zap.
I gotta tell you that I had a radio background, and just as I was coming in, all the big dumb dinosaurs were exiting the business. You know, those guys who carry their balls in a wheelbarrow. And they love the sound of their own voice far and away above everything else in the world. They even loved their own voice so much they wouldn't give birth to it, and then it had to have a big suffix on the end of it. Coming to the Worcester Centrum. They called them pukers. And so Zap was kind of that. And I know that Phil Harden was going to be doing it, right? I have to tell you, he called me up when I still lived in New York. He called me up one day out of the blue and just wanted to say hi. And I was like, I knew enough people. I knew Mo. I know enough people who could pull an elaborate joke like that. He says, no, it's me. I'm just going to do a take and I'll be back. And he said, I'll give you my number, and nobody called. And I got the number, and there he was. And he said, you have to come out to Hollywood. You know, there's so much more for you out here. You're great on Stern, but, you know. And I said, well, you know, I need something to get acclimated. And he says, I'll help you any way I can. And I was like, I kind of know who you are, too, you know. And he loved, we talked, and we shared this love of big dumb announcers from the 40s and the 50s. And, you know, chime time, 5:15 on the downside of 5. And he loved those old television announcers like, you know, hello, I'm Walter Winchell. You know, and it was really, everything was projected and big and ego. And so Zap that's kind of what happened. We got thinking of those characters from the same places.
Of course, for every Zap there's a Kiff.
Woo! Yeah!
Matt worked very closely with me on Kiff because we knew we had to have, as a counterpoint, Zap, who was, the log line on him was, forget Captain Kirk, what if William Shatner were commanding the enemy? And Matt said, and we want this guy Kiff to be just like Leonard Nimoy, totally fed up. And we've all had that boss that, you know, we know we're actually smarter than him, but there's nothing we can do about it. We are helpless. So he said, I wanted to have helplessness. I remember he said that. He said, I wanted to have some of John Lovitz's sort of snarkiness, and I did John Lovitz as the character. Oh, hello. Oh, it's Zap. Oh, the crew doesn't care for velour the way you do. And he said, yeah, but that sounds too... He said, he needs to be weaker. And then he said, well, what about if you threw in Truman Capote? And so he became, oh, sir. It seems the rest of the crew doesn't share your passion for velour.